under, Lisa? I always have to ask. I want to know what's going on below the equator.
It's just cloudy and a little cooler today.
Well,
it's very
cool.
nice.
It's cool here, but very sunny. Windy. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Leslie.
Well, Elizabeth, would you like to start us off with the first verse, Shuklam?
Sure.
And then, so you do the first one. Would you like to do the second one as well?
I don't want to hog them, Leslie.
Oh, okay. Do the first two. And then the ones that end in Hayagriva Mupasmahe. Does someone want to do both of them or one?
I'll do both of those.
Okay, Patty will do those two. So today's hog day. We're hogging 2 verses apiece. So we have Elizabeth doing the first 2, then Patty doing the next 2. And then we have the beautiful verse to the Guru. Guru Bhyastad Guru Bhyascha Namo Vakamadhimahe. Who would be up for that?
I'll do that one, Leslie.
Okay, great, Lisa. And then after that one, we get the nice extra long one, honoring the memory of Krishnamacharya. Would someone like to take that on? Of course, I will.
I'll do it.
Oh, you want to, Caitlin? Thank you. That would
I'll
be
do
lovely.
anything.
Yes, I think he would appreciate that. So, and then finally, Desikachar. Who wants to chant to Desikachar? All right, I will. And then who would like to chant Sahana Vavatu?
Ooh, Jennifer said she'd do it.
Jennifer, wonderful. Then we get to hear how
No
you.
judgment. No judgment.
No, there is no judgment because you haven't heard how we do it. I learned it a few different ways, and now I've settled into doing it the way that it was taught to us by Sonia Nelson and Deborah Kurian, who were both longtime 30 years plus devoted students of Desikachar. And they also sometimes connect with Menika, Desikachar's widow. And so we do that, and actually if we have time after you do it, I'll just introduce that one to you, unless that's the way you're already doing it. But it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful chant no matter how it does it. So as long as we get the articulation, kind of like in the same ballpark, shall we say? Okay, we can begin.
Shuklam Bharadharam Viṣṇu Shashivarnan Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopaṣantayet Yasya Dviratavakradhyaha Parishadya Parashatam Vignaniknanti Satatam Vishvaksenantamashraye
Yanandamayam Devam Nirmala Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagriva Pundarika Sanasinam Pandura Brindusanipam Akanda Bodhajanakam Hayagriva Mupasmahe.
Guru Bhyascha Namo Bhakamati Mahe Rini Mahe Chatatradyao Dampati Jagatam Pati.
Shri Krishna Vadisha Yatishvarabhyam Samprapta Chakran Kana Bhashyasaram Shri Narangendra Yattau Samarpitasvam Shri Krishna Varyam Guru Varyamije Virodhe Kartike Vase Shakatara Kritodayam Yogacharyam Krishna Varyam Guru Varyamaham Bhaje.
Shishnyakan Krishna Marayasya Nathavam Shapradipakam Kalyana Gunarupantam Shri Deshikam Namam Yaham Prashanta Purushakaram Viniyoga Pracharakam Vishesha Vaidikam Surim Tandeshikam Smaram Yaham Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Harihi
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Thank you, everyone. That was beautiful by all. And Jennifer, that was lovely. Welcome. It's so nice to have a new voice and a beautiful trained voice as well. With whom have you chanted?
My first teacher is Dr. Jayashree in Mysore. And then my primary teacher, who I haven't really done a lot of chanting with other than just listening to his beautiful voice, is Srivata Ramaswamy.
Yeah, yes. I get his emails. They're wonderful. And Barbara, Barbara's a longtime devoted student of his as well. And I didn't know if you two knew each other. Barbara's here. So
I met Jennifer.
you on.
Where do you live, Jennifer?
I live in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I remember there was a student. I went to Chicago and I studied with him out in California a lot, but like 2003, I started studying with Ramaswamy.
Wow. Yeah, you're longer than me.
It's been a while though, because I went back to school. And so anyway, but it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Great. And you know, that melody that you did is the one that I am most familiar with. And the only difference that we do, and so Elizabeth, could you tell it was the same, except the high note goes up only a half step. And the only difference, and when we do it, the way Desikachar had Sonia do it and she has us do it is to go up a whole note, which gives it a different feel, but otherwise it's exactly the same Vedic svaras. So we would go Om Sahana Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu, etc. And then you went up the half note, Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu. And that's the way I usually hear it myself. But for some reason, Desikachar wanted it a different way. So there we have it. I would love it if we could all go to Laghunyasa, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to go to, I think on the second page, we have Asato Ma. Let's all begin with that beautiful chant. Sandra's not here. I'm missing her. Sometimes she comes late. So in this way, I learned it first at the Ananda Ashram, and I also learned it from various CDs. But there's a book called Mantra Vali. Let's see if I can get this there. That is from Desikachar's place in India, in Chennai. And in that, it produces chant marks in a particular way. And I don't even know if this is the one I did, but anyway, we learned it 2 different ways. So I've chosen to put this way on the on our handout. So it goes like this. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. So just to call your attention to the Anusvara in the middle of the 3rd line, at the end of the word Amritam, Amritam Gamaya will change to Amritangamaya. So the Anusvara, the nasal sound goes back to the throat so that we're ready for the Ga. So let's all do this together. Keep yourselves muted for the time being and just chant with me twice through, Amritangamaya, with the chant marks there. See if you can follow them. Amritangamaya, Amritangamaya. So I chanted it once. Would someone else like to chant it? And the rest of us can be muted and chant with you. Or would you like to hear it again?
Can we hear it again?
Sure. Okay, here I go. So you'll notice, Elizabeth, I just chose at the last minute to take it up half a step. I don't know why. Sometimes we go a full step higher on that high note. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya and then we have the ending. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We can also choose, we often do it the second way, that's in parentheses, where the visarga at the end of the first two shantis will change to a sh sound, so that it goes right into the sh of the shanti of the following word, which is a Vedic necessity. We have to do this when it's considered as a Vedic chant. Well, we can do it either way, but when we want to blend them together, this is how we have to do it. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sorry, my voice came out. So there's a landing on the first sha and then jumping off the second sha. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So the trick is, if we decide we're going to do it that way, we have to take a breath, because there's no taking of a breath between the three shantis. Sometimes I forget, and then I'm just in trouble. So would someone else like to chant this? Okay, Patty, thank you.
Om Asato Ma Satgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om.
Patty, I'm going to interrupt.
Yes, please.
Did you notice the ga? There's no chant mark. And when there's no chant mark, the ga has to stay in the middle.
Oh, I didn't, I went down.
Yes, you went sadgamaya, but if it's the way it's written, it should be Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Does that make sense?
So did I do it wrong on the first one or the second one? Did I do it wrong on the
Both.
second? No, I did it wrong on both.
Yeah, you went down on the ga, and the ga is showing no chant mark, which means it should not go down. It needs to
Isn't
stay.
it funny when you think you're doing one thing and then you're totally not doing that?
Oh, never happens to me.
Shall I try it again? Okay. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
So beautiful. Only on the third line, you went down on the of Amritam, I think. There was another swara.
I think I realized that I didn't do my instead of my
No, it wasn't that. It was the swara meaning the pitch.
Right.
Mrityorma Amritangamaya. You've probably noticed already I'm being picky.
Be picky.
Because you guys,
I've earned it.
you've been with me a year now, so now we have to get picky. Or we're just, no, as Sonia would say, we're refining, refining, refining. And it's good, but it's great. Because then when we get to Laghunyasa, that it'll, we have more notes to deal with. And so we're training our eye and we're training our tongue to obey what the eye sees. So we see it with our eye and it immediately goes to the tongue and the vocal pitch.
I think also with this particular chant, it's difficult because I've heard it so many ways. So I have so many ways in my mind, and then things get all mixed up. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
difficult because it is so well known.
And what I'm told by so many teachers is unlearning is so difficult, very, very difficult. So that's why just glue your eye to the page and really figure out which notes are low, which ones are middle, which ones are high, and be with that, be with what is on the page. Would you like to do it again?
I'll give someone else a turn.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I was just picky with Patty because she's been with me a year and she's ready. I'm seeing an A in the middle of this thing.
Sandra's here.
Oh, yay. Welcome, Sandra. We've got the Laghunyasa handout and we're on page 2 doing Asato
Great.
Ma
I'm
Sadgamaya. So
I'm
Elizabeth.
sorry to be late. I had friends show up just as class started.
Oh, well, how dare they?
Right.
I invite them to join you. Glad you're here, Sandra. Very, very glad. So we're picking
Thank you.
apart Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Elizabeth, would you kindly
Okay.
chant it?
Okay, I've never, I'm not really used to chanting the half notes, but I really like it. So I'll see how
Okay.
it goes.
Yeah.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya.
Elizabeth.
Did I?
Asato Ma. You know, this is so deceptively simple. It's simple and yet tricky. So the goes down and then the sato is in the middle. And then you ended up going on the whole note high, which is fine. I would just say, pick one or the other and just be consistent all the way through the chant because you're used to that, which is fine.
Okay. All right. So for the sake of time, I'll just do it as I'm used to and hopefully correct. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya.
Beep, beep. Asato Ma. It's not asa. Do you see there's no chant?
Yes.
Okay, try again. And this time I'm going to let you go all the way through. I'm not going to interrupt.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Thank you. Beautiful shantis. The pitch was not the way it was written. The melodic line was different, sounded different from what is on the page. Elizabeth, would you please do the third line again? So it's Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. So I don't know if maybe the dot under the R made you think it was supposed to go down, but it's just the dot under the R, which is telling us it's a vowel.
Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Did I mess it up again?
No, you didn't. That was beautiful. Thank you. So it's, gosh, there it is right in front of us. I could make the font bigger. Would someone else like to do this? It's just an interesting exercise. Thank you, Tim, please. A nice manly voice.
Well, this is a good unlearning one for me because I learned it from like a music CD the first time. So, Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya.
Yes, Svara was perfect. I wasn't sure how you chanted Amritanga. Did you go to the throat with the Anusvara at the end of Amritang before Gamaya?
I made it halfway there.
Or should I?
I was like, oh, whoops.
Without making it disgusting. Would someone else please do this? It's such a simple, beautiful chant. Thank you, Caitlin. Okay.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Lovely. That was lovely. Did you get the Amritam correct? I wasn't sure the of Amritam, but you probably did. Actually, just chant that last line again. Just go ahead and chant the last line.
Om Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya.
The of Amritam. Ma Amritam. That was, you went down on the of Amritam. Try the whole.
Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Thank you.
Just training the eyes to match the voice and the tongue. Would anyone else like to do this? We'll do it one more time. Jennifer, would you like to? Okay, so we'll all do it with you and then we'll move on. Unless, please speak up and, go to the chat thing, raise your hand or something if you want to do this one. Otherwise, we'll just move on after this. Okay, Jennifer, thank you.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
When it's chanted beautifully, it's tempting to say, who cares? But, but the swara was different in that last line for you as well. Do the last line again.
Yeah. I
And
think
the
that's
beauty is
tricky.
in everybody's chanting, actually. I could have said that about everyone, but just do that last line. It's so tricky. I don't know why,
Very-
but it just
yeah.
is.
I'll try.
All right, nail that sucker. Here we go.
Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya.
Oh, that is in this presentation, the of Amritam is in the middle note. And we all are tempted for some reason to go down to that. Now, maybe it's because we've heard it or practiced it in that another way.
Can you do it one more time? 'Cause
Sure,
for
and
some
I will,
reason it's not
I'll
clicking.
do my best to do it correctly.
Okay.
Just that line or the whole thing?
I think just that line, if you don't mind.
You got muted, Leslie. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
My apology. No, I get confused. I go back and forth so many times, I don't know. Okay, here we go. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Let's do that again. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Did you all get that? We were all in unison. Oh, to be able to hear ourselves, in a group. Oh, God. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Would anyone else like to chant this before we leave it? Sandra, are you game? Barbara,
I'll try it.
please.
Oh,
It's been a while, but I will attempt. Okay. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Om Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Mrityorma Amritangamaya.
I was all ready to give you a bravo, but that gosh darn went down.
Okay.
Universal.
Shall I do it again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Om Mrityorma Amritam Kamaya.
One more time. You still went down on the So, Mrityorma Amritam Ma Amritam Gamaya.
I went down on Ma. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
just do what
Okay.
it says on the page.
I will do it. I will do
And
it.
then finish with the shanties.
And I'll finish with, okay, here we go. Om Mrityorma Amrit Amritangamaya. Sorry, that was terrible. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
But you caught yourself. That's good. Sanskrit can be self-correcting. It is self-correcting, and it's great. And some of the rest of you, a few of you also, I heard you catch yourselves, and that's good. I mean, what else can we do but catch ourselves? A word on the Shanti, because we all might forget that the in Shanti is long. So really allow allow there to be expansion. The long ah is an expanded sound. Ah, it's a vriddhi. So shanti, shanti, shanti. So there's an expansion, a long ah, and then the nta. So we can really take our time with that. Well, since we're with Laghunyasa, let's go to it. So we'll continue. So hopefully what we just did with Asato Ma, that very simple chant, was warm up our eye-tongue coordination in terms of the pitch. Because I noticed last week, people were getting the sounds, but the swaras, the pitches were a little bit off. And it's just a matter of reading and, maybe we need to slow down the chanting to give time for the tongue to catch up to the eye. Sometimes if we make ourselves chant too fast, we just miss it. Let's begin with the refrain. So the refrain that we hear at the end of every verse goes like this. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. And here, everyone, in this chant, we do go up a full note for the high note. So those of you who are familiar with it, which is everyone except Jennifer, are you familiar with this chant? Have you ever heard it or done it? Okay. So we'll start at the beginning. Elizabeth, would you please start us off and do the first two verses? And you can chant Om to establish the middle note. Sometimes, often, maybe always, we'll chant Om, and that gives us the middle note, so we know where we are with this.
Om Agnir me vachi shritaha vagrutaye Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani vayorme prane shritaha prano hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Thank you. So would someone like to chant those two verses? Patty, are you game?
Sure. I feel like we should be chanting to the wind a lot lately. It's been very windy. Om Agnir me vachi shritaha vagritaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani vayurme prane shritaha prano hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Thank Thank you. That was very good. You don't need to rush through prano hridaye. Those long ahs are long ahs. So we can just take our time with that. I'll move on to the next two, verses 3 and 4. We're invoking the sun for our eyesight. Chakshur is sight. Surya is the sun. And then number 4 is the Chandrama me, the Chandra, the moon in me. And again, for Jennifer's sake and for everybody's memory refreshment, this is a chant, this whole Laghunyasa, the entire chant is for ourselves and for others who have health challenges, or if we just want to make ourselves healthier, or we want to put someone else in our heart and make sure that they are in good health. And we're invoking each of the elements in each verse. And the fire here in this particular chant is related to speech and voice. So may the fire enhance my voice. And my voice is in my heart, hridaye, in the heart. Hridayam mayi, the heart in me. Aham amrite, I am in amritam, the nectar of immortality. Amritam brahmani, that nectar is in Brahman. Then the same with the wind for breath. And now we go to the sun and the moon. Suryo me chakshushi shritaha chakshur hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani Chandrama me manasi shritaha mano hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Notice that the refrain is always the same. Thank heavens. So there's just one line in each verse that has to change. So would someone else, Barbara, you used to do this. You haven't done it in a while. Would you please do verses 3 and 4?
Okay, 3 and 4, okay. Let's see. Suryo me chakshushi shritaha chakshur hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani Chandrama me manasi shritaha mano hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Lovely, thank you. The only thing I would say, that was beautiful. Yay, you retained it all. With mano hridaye, that in mano is short. So instead of elongating it, we have to give it only one matra or beat. Mano, not mano.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
earlier in verse 2, we had and prano, here the pitch goes down. Prano hridaye, but with mano, it's a short Mano hridaye.
Thank you. Do you want me to repeat that?
Sure,
Okay, the whole line.
sure.
Okay. Chandrama me manasi shritaha mano hridaye.
Perfect. Yes,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah. So would someone, Caitlin, would you like to chant those 3 and 4?
yo me chakshushi shritaha chakshur hridaye hridayam mahi aham amrite amritam brahmani chandrama me manasi shritaha mano hridaye hridayam mahi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Very nice. Thank you. Let's move on to 5 and 6 and get some newer people, some new people like Tim, or I mean, new to this today anyway. I'll chant it once through 5 and 6. Om, I'll chant om to get a middle pitch. Om. Disho me shrotre shritaha shrotra gung hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani apo me retasi shritaha reto hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. So last week, some of us weren't sure about that shrotra gung. So shro is in the middle, but then we go down and there's a little convention that we learned with Sonia and with Minika and Deborah, that when you see something like that and there's the gung, shrotra gung, it's like 2 lower lines, but they're different. So it goes shro, which is in the middle, shrotra gung, di daram. Or if I take the whole thing higher, shrotra gung hridaye. Shro being in the middle, tragung hridaye. So Tim, would you like to do those 2 verses?
It's different. Om Disho me shrotra once again. Om Disho me shrotra.
Tim, we're going to interrupt you. You went down nicely for May, but you went down so far, you went way down. So if that's your pitch, I have to go an octave high. Disho me da 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 da. You went da. I don't know if you could hear. Disho me da da da. Kind of reminds me of, what was that movie? And the thing from outer space, and they went da 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 dum.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Well played. Om Disho me shrotre shritaha shrotra gung hridaye hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani apo me retasi shritaha reto hridaye.
Start again, please. Start again.
Apo me retasi shritaha. Yeah, my May is like collapsing.
Sorry, all of a sudden I'm in center screen for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. Apo me da 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 dum. Da da da. Apo me re. No, you got. Apo me re tasi shrita. Oh, shrita. Try that again and get me off the center here. I don't know how we do that, but I'll mute myself. Where?
Apo me re tasi shritaha re to hridaye hridayam mai aham amrite amritam brahmani.
You got it. Can you hear me? Am I not muted? Okay. That was excellent. And you self-corrected. So that means you heard it. And you also understood where you were supposed to go in the pitch. That was great. I can't see you anymore, but there you are. Sandra, would you like to do those 2 verses?
Give it a try. Disho me srotre sritaha srotra gum hridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani. I didn't get the srotra gum.
Good for you. You heard.
Shro-
Yes. Okay. So it's shro
Srotra
shrotragung shrotragung.
srotra gum.
Yeah, do it again.
Srotra gum.
Do it 3 times.
Srotra gum. Srotra gum hridaye. No, I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
Srotra.
Let me do it once. Let me do it once. Okay.
Gum.
Shrotragung hridaye. You're so close.
Srotra gum hridaye.
Brava. So would you like to start from the beginning?
Disho me?
Yes, and then go through verse 6.
Oh, okay. Om Disho me srotre sritaha srotra gum hridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani. Om apo me retasi sritaha reto hridaye hridayamai aham amrite amritam brahmani.
So beautiful, Sandra. So beautiful. Just a little bit of swara differences in apo me, but it was really smooth.
Right. Can you do the apo me for me?
Yes. Since I can't even mute, I don't know what happened. Patty, maybe you could do something.
I can't change your view, but if
What
you
did
look
I do?
go up on the top and where it says view along the very top, move your arrow. Maybe
View.
that's what
Oh,
happened.
view. Oh, okay.
And then click that and go to gallery.
Oh, gallery view. Okay, I must have inadvertently. Oh, there's something new. Okay. Okay, so verse number 6 goes like this. Om. I'll go a little higher. Om. Apo me retasi shritaha reto hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritang brahmani. Who's leaving?
Elizabeth had to leave. She has an appointment.
Okay, bye Elizabeth. Thank you for being there. Okay.
But
All right, then, so Lisa and Jennifer, and who else has not done this? I guess that's it. Okay, so then we'll do, I have the wrong thing. I only have 6 verses. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, never mind. So we're gonna do 7 and 8. Okay, so I'll start. Om Prithvi me. Now I'm going to stop so that you can all, so if you see on your page, there's the dot under the R, and then there's that horizontal line telling us to go down from Om. So I'll do it again, and then I'll go all the way through. Om Prithvi me sharire shrita Shariragung hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Ooh, and this one, number 8, the herbs. So we just chanted to the earth and asked, and the earth enhances my body, the earth. And now we have the herbs and the forest and the hairs that resemble the trees growing out of the earth and that kind of thing, the plants. Om Oshadhivanas patayo me lomasu shritaha Lomani hridaye. I'll do that again. Om Oshadhivanas patayo me lomasu shritaha Lomani hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani. Lisa, would you like to do those two, number 7 and number 8?
I'll try. Om Prithvi me sharire shrita sharirahum hridaye hridayamayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
So beautiful. And this is a difficult one. Repeat after me, Lisa. I mean, the rest of you can do it muted. Om Prithvi me. Just that. Now you, Lisa.
Om Prithvi me.
So close. Prithvi me dararira Prithvi me. Once more.
Prithvi me. It
Yes,
doesn't go down on the E, does it? Just stays.
that was so much better. It was closer. You just about there. Prithvi me shari. Try that.
Prithvi me sharire.
What's throwing you off is that you went up on me after Prithvi and you should go down because of the dash underneath the letter E is telling
Okay.
us to go down. So Prithvi me da ra 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 ra. Okay, try that.
Prithvi me sharire shrita.
That was so much better. Shrita, and here there's no H at the end of Shrita, so it's simply Shrita.
Yeah,
So
I think the problem for me is I'm still learning my Sanskrit ones, and then I get them confused with the pitch ones.
yeah, the sound, you get the Varna and the Svara. Varna is the sounds themselves, the articulation.
Yeah.
And the Svara is the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very tricky. So just one more time, and if you can feel the flow as you're doing it, listen one more time, then you repeat it, and we'll leave it as it is. Okay, so it's Prithvi me sharire shrita. Now you.
Prithvi me sharire shrita.
Your Varna was perfect. So we'll move on. Shariragum hridaye.
Shariragum hridaye.
Again, your Varna is perfect. Let's see if we can get the Svara with the Shariragam. Shariragum, Shariragum. Do that 3 times.
Shariragum, shariragum, shariragum.
Yes, that's better.
Okay.
And then ragung, and then you have to go up a little higher for hr. So that's the tricky part, is the transition in pitch from gung to hr. So just listen again. Shari ragung hridaye. Repeat that.
Shariragum hridaye.
Yes. Brava.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to just finish up with the hridayam mayi?
Hridayam mayi aham amrite amritam brahmani.
Good. It's coming. It is coming along beautifully. Did you do the Oshadhi, and would you like to?
I will try.
Okay. And you know, it's all low notes. It's Oshadhi vanaspata. You don't go up until and then further up on yo.
Okay, give it a try. Om Oshadhi vanaspatayo me lomasu shritaha lomani hridaye.
We're going to start from Lomasu. That was much better. That was the right idea with those. But from Lomasu, Lomasu Shritaha, Shritaha. Just do Lomasu Shritaha.
Lomasu shritaha.
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 That's it. That's it.
Oh, I see, because it's a long A.
Yeah,
Is that right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh.
all you need is Lomani Hridaye.
Okay. Loma sushritaha. Lomani. No, wrong way. Lomani hridaye.
Varna is really getting better, and we'll keep on working on the pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Lisa, that was wonderful, though. Really is, and such a change from months
Thanks.
earlier. Jennifer, would you like to do these the 7 and 8 verses?
Yes, one sec.
Doing my best. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, these are dying. Om Prithvi me sharire shrita sharira gun hridaye hridayam mahi aham amrite amritam brahmani oshadhi vanapatayo me lomasu shritaha lomani hridaye. No, wait. Lomani hridaye. Can you do the lomani for me?
Yes. Oh, okay. So I'm not muted. Yes. So what tricked you up in terms of svara or pitch was that the Oshadhi Vanaspatayo didn't go low. You had that in the middle pitch, and then that threw you
Okay.
off, I think. So if I start again with Om as the middle, Om, then I have to go down. Oshadhi Vanaspatayo me Loma sushritaha Lomani hridaye hridayam, and so on. Do you want to do that again?
Yes. Om Oshadhi Vanaspatayo me Lomasu Shritaha Lomani Hridaye Hridayam. Wait. Hridayam.
Let's start over. Okay, it went fine until Shritaha. Oshadhi Vanaspatayo me Lomasu Shritaha Lomani hridaye Lomasu Shritaha Lo Shritaha Lomani hridaye. So that was the only thing there. It's interesting, if we get one pitch going in the wrong direction, it helps us to be very creative.
That's one way of putting it. Cute. Okay. Do you want me to start from the Oshadhi?
Sure,
Should I
please.
start there? Okay. One more shot. Om Oshadhi Vanaspatayo me Lomasu Shritaha Lomani Hridaye Hridayam mahi aham.
Hridayam. Hridayam.
Hridayam mahi aham amrite amritang brahmani.
Yes, yeah. These simple verses are tricky, very, very tricky. But this was good. Now, was there anybody who did not get a chance to be heard? Oh, Barbara. Okay, well, actually, you were heard.
On others I was. So
I beg your pardon?
did you mean on others I was heard? Did you mean on this one or on anything?
I meant anywhere in this Laghunyasa.
I have been heard.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. What would you all like to do? We can go through all of this get through the 8th one. And then I really would like us to complete it one day, once upon a time. Or we can put this aside for next time or another time and move on to Bramhanandam for a change of feeling. So what I'm asking is, are we overworked? Have we worked enough on this? And yeah, I think we are, because we have to do the tapas to learn stuff. Then we need to do something that's a little more familiar and enjoy and remember why we chant. Patty did put on, what is it called? Spotify. And she gave that link. And on that is Laghunyasa with Desikachar chanting it. So your homework is to listen to it and chant with it. And I think it'll make things come more easily, because once you hear it, even if you just play it and you're doing something else, you know, it'll just come into your ears and you'll hear it. And the sound will be there, and there's a rhythm and the melodic line. So the melodic line is slightly different each time, just depending on what sounds are long, which songs are short, etc. So Bramhanandam. And I had wanted to go to that other chant on the other side, on the other page. In my mess, I can't, there it is. So would someone like to chant Bramhanandam for us? Someone who knows it pretty well. Or someone who doesn't know it pretty well and would like to do it. I'm sorry, Caitlin? Okay.
Om Bramhanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Yanabhut. Sorry, I'm going to start over. Bramhanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Yanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigurnarahitam Satgurun Tannamami Satgurun Tannamami.
Thank you, Caitlin. I'm hearing something that I don't think needs to be there. When you have finished a phrase and it ends in an like Bramhanandam. I was hearing Dhamma, sort of like that. And I don't know if that was just the technology here or what, but instead allow the humming to just be there. So rather than Brahmanandam Parama, let it just stay with the So it's Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. With those nasal sounds, let them just be sustained like that. But otherwise, it was lovely. That was beautiful. Would anyone else like to do that chant? Okay, Patty.
Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvanvatitam Gaganasadarsham Tattvamasyadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami Satgurum Tam Namami.
Nice. Good. Would someone else like to do that one?
I'll give it a
On the
try.
others, beg your pardon?
Said I'll
Sandra?
give it a try.
Yes, indeed. Yes, ma'am.
Brahmanandam. Uh-oh, it's not starting off too well. Brahmanandam. No, I can't do it suddenly.
Let me help you. Let me help you. It's just getting started. Brahmanandam. It's all, they're all what we call guru. They are guru syllables. They are either ending in compound consonants, each syllable, or there's a long ah, or there's a reason why each one is slow until we get to Paramasukhadam, slow, slow. So it's Brahmanandam.
Brahmanandam. Paramasukhadam. Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvanvatitam Gaganasadrasham Tattvamasyadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Shakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunam Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami. Ran out of breath.
How beautiful. That was really, really beautiful, Sandra. How did that feel?
It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. It's just
coming
about
along.
arrived. And it really, it's we like to sound beautiful, and we all sound beautiful, but it's about how we feel. It's the feeling that it evokes when it comes out. And this meter is just such an interesting meter.
It's a
17 syllables per line. Slow, fast, slow, fast. There's a wonderful book called Croaking Frogs by Les Morgan. And it's taken from I think a line of poetry by Dr. Sharma, Ram Karan Sharma. But the man who wrote this book, Les Morgan, he worked closely with our teacher, Dr. Sharma. And it's all about chanda, which is the study of metrics. And you know, how there are verses that have, you know, 8 syllables per line, like anushtup, which is what's mostly found in the Bhagavad Gita, or 11 syllables per line. And this one has 17 syllables per line. Now, before we go, I want to introduce you to Viṣṇu Mantra. So that's on the same handout, different page. And those of you who are in the Iyengar tradition, if you had been to India recently or watched a recording, lately, I'm, you know, up in, of course, until COVID, they would chant this, and it's the same rhythm, same kind of meter, but they put a different melody to it. So we could go śāntākāraṁ bhujagashayana padmanabham suresham. However, it's done by some groups a little differently. Gives it a totally different feeling. So and it was taught to me by Jarvis Chen, who is a longtime steadfast Iyengar yoga practitioner. And he went to India many times, and they would chant it like this. Om śāntākāraṁ bhujagashayanam padmanabham suresham vishvadharam gaganasadrisham meghavarnan shubhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam yogi dhyana gamyam vande Viṣṇu bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikanātham. Can you hear that? It's a complete different feeling. It's more percussive, isn't it? But it's the exact same meter. So would if anyone caught on to that, would someone else like to be heard? No? Okay, would you like to do it with me slowly? Okay, I'll do each line and repeat each line. Okay, here we go. Well, I'll break down the lines. How's that? Okay. So I'll break them down in half and repeat each half. Om śāntākāraṁ bhujagashayanam. Again. Om śāntākāraṁ bhujagashayanam padmanabham suresham padmanabham suresham. We'll go to the next line. Vishvadharam gaganasadrisham. We'll repeat that. Vishvadharam gaganasadrisham meghavarnan shubhangam meghavarnan shubhangam. I'm going to raise the pitch a little bit. Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam Yogibhir-dhyana-gamyam. Yogibhir-dhyana-gamyam. Vande Viṣṇu Bhava-bhayaharam. Vande Viṣṇu Bhava-bhayaharam. Sarvalokaikanātham. Sarvalokaikanātham. Proclamatory. Is this fun for anyone? Oh, I'm saying good, nodding heads. I'm so glad. Okay, so now let's just see what happens if we can do this all the way through. Om śāntākāraṁ bhujagashāyanam padmanabhan suresham vishvadharam gagana sadrisham meghavarnan shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogibhir Gamyam Vande Viṣṇu Bhava-bhayaharam Sarvalokaikanātham. Sarvalokaikanātham. Well, I'm seeing mouths move. So did we lose more people, or is it my gallery just odd?
A
Did
few
Kim
people
go
had
away?
to jump off, so
Oh, I hope I didn't scare them away or bore them to tears.
I don't think they're very sad to leave. And they said thank you. So
Oh, good. I want tears next time. Okay, everybody. Well, we've done a full hour. I hope this was helpful, and do listen to Laghunyasa so you feel the whole, how it works, as a whole. And Mr. Desikachar has a very manly voice too, so that's nice. So if you like, we can go to the book at the end of the book page, our booklets, which Jennifer, I don't know if you have this yet.
Leslie, do you know that it's 5:30?
But no. Okay. I will set an alarm from now on because we're supposed to stop at 5. Okay, but this is just Kayena Vacha. We're just ending now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And then, okay, so. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayana yeti samarpayami sarvam shri krishnarpanamastu. This is on the invocation handout that you have. So, oh, thank you all so much. Thank you. And I really need to discipline myself to end. 5 after 5 is one thing. 5:30 is another. And happy evening, everybody. Happy day, Lisa.
Thank you.
Yeah. And hopefully I'll see you all
everyone.
next week. Okay.
Take care.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
you.
That was wonderful, Leslie. You could keep going.
Oh. I think my voice is shot. It's done.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I appreciate the extra time. It's hard when you're chanting.
Well, you picked that up beautifully, that Laghunyasa. It's, you know, as you could see, we're all struggling with it, and I struggled with it too, and Elizabeth struggled with it, and you know, she and I, it took us a long time to learn it, and you picked it up right away, and that's testimony to the fact that you have had some great chanting. And the wonderful, what is the name again of the woman in Mysore, is it, who you studied with?
It's Dr. M.A. Jayashree.
Yes, that's the one who Bob Gilbo studied with, right, Patty? I think he mentioned
I
her.
don't remember.
Jayashree, yeah. Oh, I envy you. That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm not, I don't practice Ashtanga Vinyasa, but one of my teachers a long time ago led me to her in a different way. And she used to work with Patabi Joyce. I know that, teaching a lot of the students there at the ashram. So.
And that's why so many people in the Ashtanga method understand chanting, and they sound so beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So we have some connection there, even though we don't do the asana practice same. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm very happy that this fell into my lap.
Great, General. I'm so glad. Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you next week, and
You will.
whatever weeks you can come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing her in, Patty.
I'm so grateful that she came and lent her beautiful voice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I'll
So
see you
smooth,
soon.
so beautiful, so moving.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao. Thank you so much, Patty. And are you having fun with the new app?
Well, fun, that's one. It just really just snowballed is what happened, because this is the app that my teacher uses and it's new. He was kind of the first person. So he worked with this developer, and now the developer is like just listening to everyone's feedback and trying to get more teachers on the app. It's all free. And it does make it easier for me to have everything together. So now with like
Good.
video and everything.
That's great.